First, it's this very special experience I don't want anybody to have, but this is our reality.
Today, a Ukrainian soldier on MSU's campus sharing hardships of the war back home. Chief Khazan is working with Michigan State University to investigate the environmental impacts of the war. This comes after a weekend rebellion in Russia. Good evening. I'm David Andrews.
And I'm Ann Emmerich. Today, President Joe Biden says the U.S. had nothing to do with the biggest threat against Russian President Vladimir Putin in years. Chief Khazan is heading to the Pentagon tonight, but first, he sat down with News 10's Erin Bowling. She joins us live in studio with his experience fighting in the Ukrainian army.
And Pavlo Khazan is an environmental engineer, but in their army, he serves as chief for unmanned systems such as drones. His son joined the military as well, but he says one of the hardest parts is the innocent Ukrainians under fire.
Right now, we continue fighting. But we understand that our people is not protected. It's practically no people in Ukraine which are not somehow involved.
With his 24-year-old son on the front lines, environmental engineer Pavlo Khazan said he felt no doubts about joining the Ukrainian army. Khazan works with drones and unmanned operations and will be discussing those topics with U.S. military leaders at the Pentagon this week.
I cannot share a lot of information about this is our military program.
While in D.C., Khazan will also be talking about the environmental impacts of the war with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
For example, we are looking on our agricultural lands. Sometimes it's the thousands or hundred thousands of holes due to this artillery.
Khazan went to college in Ukraine, where he met a friend that now works as an MSU professor. The two men reunited to research and fix the environmental damage from war in their home country.
And we have weapons and everything what we need on the front line, but at the same time, we have our peaceful territories, which are every day shelling with Russian missiles. And this is the most challenging. And this is, of course, it's absolutely changed our lives.
Khazan wants to share his deep appreciation for the American government and people that are doing what they can to support Ukraine in their war against Russia. He says he looks forward to working with MSU to rebuild their environment and their infrastructure. Live in the studio, Erin Bowling, News 10.